will continue to motivate our team male and female athletes to remain committed to practice and encourage our people to indulge in physical activities as roadmap to the achievement of the national development goals related to healthy living, economic growth, sustainability, and excellence. Finally, I wish to call on the Sokoto United Club Caliphate Stars and winners of the under 12 and 15 handball teams, officials and supporters to be truly united and maintain the tempo towards winning more trophies for the state. The Sokoto United Football Club should work hard towards securing promotion to the Nigeria Professional Football League in the next football season.
It's a welcome call because just as we used to say, result does not come only in the field of play. And my happiness is that the Honorable Commissioner, the entire government of Sokoto, they are ready to be behind the team.
You're welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. You just had the Commissioner for Sport, Sokoto State, asking the players of Cardinal United and other sportsmen and women in Sokoto State to up the ante. Say, we are there for you, we support you, but we also expect you to reciprocate. To whom much is given, much should be expected. Last week, we started the countdown to Tokyo 2021, countdown to Edo 2021. Of course, deliberately I'm saying so because it's still Tokyo 2020 and Edo 2021. So there are no problems there. Just that 180, instead of 193 days, it is now 186 days to the Summer Olympics. Mark that date, 23rd July 2021. It's a Friday. That is when it's going to kick off. So come down to Edo. That's 28 days from today. Make it into 7 days. That is 4 weeks precisely. That is February the 14th. We said it here, and it is still what it is. Valentine's National Valentine Day National Sport Festival for 2021. It will be an occasion for Nigerians to love themselves, to come together, to know themselves, and explore more. So the National Sport Festival, apart from the activities on the on-pitch, the off-pitch there is how we get to know ourselves, how we go to synergize, how we go to unite, unity in diversity, and basically all things that brings us together. And happening in ancient Benin Kingdom, it tells you a lot that there and here, it has to be plus, plus, plus. So it is the transfer season. It's still going on. Chance sneaked in on us. The African Nations Cup is sneaked in because of the home-based teams. We're all there looking at the upper things, and so along the line, Cameroon yesterday. It kicked off, and it was Cameroon taking on Zimbabwe. So we look at the results of the CHAN, how they are going, what has it achieved, how important, how relevant are we taking it? We that own the particular championship, how important is it? Is it for us? So we go around Europe too. Today, of course, it is the big one. It is the big one because Liverpool will host Manchester United. I don't know. It used to be the debut of England. Is it now? But I think they're arguably they are the two best teams in the league now. They are meeting in the league, the same competition. So I don't know if anybody has bad blood somewhere. I think we'll trash it out. But coming back here to Lagos, Nigeria, it will be the Prayer Warriors taking on the men from the Cathedral, MFN taking on Rangers, and other league matches that will take place today. I love our matches taking place on Sundays, so you don't have any excuses. You just know that you prepare to go close there. And right now, we're thinking about how it is going to come out. We'll go back to that, the CHAN 2021, because even CAF have given them the permission to have about 25% capacity that is stated that they can have up to 25% at the preliminary rounds. It's taking place in 3 cities, in Luanda, in Yaoundé, in Limbe, for venues. But then they say, look, those venues, you can take in 25% of the attendance at the initial stage. By the time you get to knockout, probably they can up it to 50%. So sport is gradually coming out on us, but then COVID-19 is there. It is real. We are even, how do I say it? I think we are lucky that people are begging us to stay alive, begging you to stay alive. Guy, keep your life. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. Again, Obomo Sigwe is the house. He's right here. And Obo, you're welcome to the show.
Ken, good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers. Good to be here once again.
You're all smiles.
And you said arguably the two best teams in the Premier League, Liverpool versus Manchester United. I don't want to be a bad belly. The truth of the matter is that Manchester United has miraculously found themselves on the top of the EPL table.
And I hope the miracle continues.
Against all odds, against all the immense pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I must give credit to him because it's not easy to perform as a manager. At that level, with that kind of pressure, calls were being made from certain quarters, Manchester United legends, fans calling for him to be sacked. And I love his humility. That's one thing that stands out for me where he's gone about his business in a quiet and in a respectful manner. Even when some certain manager tried to do mind games with him, he said he wasn't interested in the mind games, that he's interested in putting out a team that can win a football match that day. And you can give it to him as a person. And as a coach, he's gradually finding his foot in this Manchester United team. It won't be an easy game against Liverpool.
It won't.
Liverpool they have an amazing team. Even though this season, they've stuttered here and there where you didn't expect them to stutter. This season has been an amazing season.
You cannot predict.
There hasn't been a runaway leader like we had last season.
Last year, as of now, they were 22 points ahead of Manchester United. 22 points.
Even Manchester City that was second, they were given like 12, 13 points.
Yes.
By this time last season. So there hasn't been any runaway leader in the league this season. And Liverpool is struggling. I don't want to call this match, but I know that the team that turns up today will win the match.
What are you both of them thumbs up?
I'm going for a safe draw for today.
Okay. He's going for a safe draw today. I will go back to England later, but let's start from home. The National Sport Festival is just 28 days away, Edo 2020, taking place in the ancient city of Benin, in the land of Obowarame, in the land of Queen. I'm trying to remember her name. Ida, Queen Ida. Yeah, why would I forget? In the land of Queen Ida. I understand.
I don't know much of the culture. But the truth of the matter is, it's good that the National Sports Festival is back in the first place because it's been quite a while we had it.
Yeah.
My only concern in this year's event is that the prevailing situations and circumstances that made them shift it from last year into this year has not been abated.
It
had gotten worse. I just hope that there are measures in place, safety protocols in place, social distancing, and the management of the athletes. Because at the end of the day, having a sports festival and having a high casualty rate, whatever it is, it does not utter well for the good of the country and the good and the future of this festival. I hope the managers, the authorities, the Edo State government, the Commissioner of Sports, whoever is in charge, please let there be safety protocol and duly and strictly adhered to, because people's lives are at stake here. COVID-19 is real, and we have many people dying through COVID-19. Daily, and the numbers are on the increase. I just hope the organizers know what they are doing, because if you look at the situation, if we are going to analyze, it's even worse now than when they shifted it. So since they have given a go for you to go ahead, they have to look at the safety protocols in place. That's my only concern. And it will be a pure delight to watch states go against each other. This is what we used to, and those days, it's good to have this feeling back. And I wish that COVID-19 was not
of
here.
The way.
Some of us could have just gone to Edo State to stay 2 or 3 days and see some of these sports before we come back. But be it as it may, I hope it's going to be televised on national TV so that Nigerians will have a feel of what the sports festival is like the generations that have not seen it before. Because this is how to build, this fosters unity, national unity, and all those things. Watching your states compete against another state, and at the end of the day, there's a win, everybody hugs each other. Sport is a unifying factor in our country, and we must take advantage of this, try and put it out on TV, let Nigerians watch the national sports festival.
Put it out on telly, inspire. I think part of the thing is inspiration. You want to get the next generation, participating in sports and bringing out the best that they can have. So you don't just, it's okay, fine, let them go over there, compete, and then at the end of the day, you see medals table.
Without seeing
it makes no meaning. It inspires no one. It becomes just simply numbers.
It makes no impact generally.
Exactly. So it is that impact that Obum is talking about here. That if you can't even go there to go and watch, you can stay in at the comfort of your sitting room, tune in your television, tune into where some of those match venues, and go over there and get inspired. Get the adrenaline flowing in you. Your state, yes. No matter where we are, Nigerians. If you're after I'm a Nigerian, yes, I would say yes. I'm a Delta, and of course I'm a Lagosian because I'm in Lagos. Am I rooting for Lagos? If somebody from in my hometown Ogume is fighting, and then I see my brother there, and I know I'm not going to root for him. Why are you sure you understand? You won't even know when you start speaking your mother tongue and getting this. Okay, I will calm down. So basically, guys, don't make me do this. Okay, so that is it. So like we said, the safety protocols are very, 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 very much important. How often will they be tested? You understand? Where will they be housed? How many persons are going to stay in a room? I mean, so.
The wonderful thing is that I don't even want to call it a good thing. In Japan, in Tokyo,
yes,
there's been a rise again.
Exactly.
In numbers of COVID-19. And the government has introduced some form of lockdown as well. I just hope that it's the same situation, the Olympics and our National Sports Festival. If these things, I know the vaccine is out and people are taking it. I don't know how wise it will be to shift it again, but I know that for the IOC to give a go-ahead for the Olympics for them to start the countdown, I know that they have an adequate plan and they'll be reviewing it from time to time. And
anything can happen in 186 days.
Hopefully, before the Olympics starts,
yes,
it would have been, would have ended the talk of COVID-19 and face the Olympics well, because Olympics, they enjoy the thrills, the fun that comes with the Olympics. We don't want COVID-19 to limit that fun. Really.
Yes. Look at them.
These are the mascots for... Awesome, beautiful. The medals. Displayed. I just hope Nigeria will come back with some of those medals.
We just have to.
I was privileged to be with Nigeria's first Olympic medalist recently. Choma Ajunwa. I told you that day.
Our first gold medalist.
That was the first time I'm seeing her in person.
Yeah.
You don't want to imagine the kind of joy I had in my heart.
Yeah.
To be able to sit with him, it was a surreal feeling. I'm not the one that gets starstruck, but when you see people who have given their all for their nation, I was starstruck seeing Choma Ajunwa that day. And we want to see more of Choma Ajunwa.
We'll bring her in. She's a friend of this house.
I know.
I remember there was a show we did. We called it this Olympic show. We had Chioma. We had NPFL to the two gold medalists. They came with their gold medals, and we did it right here. That was a few
it was
years
late
ago.
At night when I saw her. I wanted to ask her to give, can see the gold medal? But I thought due to security issues, and by the time I shifted, hopefully I get to see that medal.
Obum, you're missing. Because when we brought Annie here, all of us wore the gold medal.
I saw the picture.
You saw the picture. We all wore the gold medal. So I know what it's like to wear an Olympic gold medal. Don't be jealous, Obum.
No, we have to bring them back, and they have to come with
so that you can wear yours. Okay, so those are the two big ones. They are going ongoing, and like we said, let us see how we can overcome COVID at the time that this festival will start. The Australian Open was shifted for about 3 weeks, so it is now starting in February. It's going to run from February 8th to the 21st this year, and then the chartered. There was a private jet that was in chartering, picking them, all of them, and taking them right there to Australia. Yeah. But funny enough, like you talked about here, they now found about four of them already tested positive within the flight itself.
So everybody in the flight
has to be quarantined. So basically you get yourself into all these things and you ask yourself, one challenge or the other.
It's really shocking how this virus has devastated things in the world today, but we have to find ways around it because we can't keep shutting things down, if their safety protocols are in place, I just hope the other athletes are safe, really, really, because it's not easy. And sponsors have paid for some of this, and watching the events, the excitement having shifted again. So it doesn't really help. But we hope the Australian Open goes on as scheduled, because this is the cutting razor.
Yeah, you know, the last year it managed.
Yes, the manage.
Yes. Australian Open just did it.
Yes.
That then French Open and US Open, you know, have to push themselves. Wimbledon said we could not for the very first time. So this year again, Australian Open, they're supposed to be the very first one, and here they are. Already, you know, with all the logistics in play, with all the plan, everything there, testing these players before they entered into the plane. At the end of the day, you know, they already having...
was it Sam Allardyce or Burnley manager, Sean Dyche? He said something that he feels that the athletes should get vaccinated. They should put the athletes at the priority list of vaccination.
Yeah.
When I reviewed it, some people thought he was being selfish, but look at these people. They're competing, and we know the impact of sports in our society. I thought he was making a lot of sense, because if you vaccinate, they said it has a 95% chance of you not contracting the virus anyway. So I think the authorities should look into it. If you look at the Premier League and the Coca-Cola Championship in England, the round testing they had, the numbers are rising. Even matches have had to be put off. Training ground closed because of COVID-19. So I think the government of those countries should prioritize athletes, even as they prioritize the elderly citizens and the most vulnerable ones. They should prioritize the athletes as well.
Okay, I think let us see if it is possible. I will take a few calls in this particular segment too. You let us join you with part of the discussion on, you know, the National Sport Festival. We're talking about the Australian Open, and then we also talk about the Olympics and the impact of COVID-19. What should we be looking out to? And like we said today, it will be Liverpool taking on Manchester United, and when we come to the league in Lagos, it will be holy. Enugu Rangers, another champion. But then the soccer war, you know, the prayer warriors there, we tell you, like, as you are coming to Agege is Ilu, we share you understand. So basically, it is going to happen. MFM taking on Rangers at Agege Township, two massively supported team, because MFM at Agege, they have the crowd.
Yes, they
and
have
Rangers
the crowd.
Anywhere in Nigeria, the Rangers is playing. Most times they have more fans than the home teams.
I know this is awful we're talking about. I'm delighted that we saw Christian Chukwu's 70th birthday celebration.
Okay, we talked about it last week.
I was not around. So
yeah.
Just allow me this moment.
Yes.
I want to wish him a happy birthday. He's a living legend. Even when that dirty news came out, I am happy that that news turned out to be false and a hoax. We pray that he sees more years in good health and prosperity.
Yeah, and that is for the chairman himself. There is only one CCCC.
Only one.
Chairman Christian Chukwuemeka Chukwu.
Only one. Only one.
He is the chairman of Ninja, chairman of Super Eagles, chairman of the chairman of Nigerian football.
If you had to predict the two matches we've just called, let's see.
I'm not in the game of prediction.
No, okay, what do you think will happen?
I can only predict excitement.
Ken, we're on national TV. your club, Manchester United, is going to leave Anfield today. What will be the scoreline of that match?
United are going to Anfield as league toppers.
It doesn't matter.
You know,
yes, I know. So what will be the outcome of the match?
So it won't as if they are going there as an underdog. Liverpool has dropped some points this season at home. It hasn't happened for a very long time. So, okay, I thank God I'm being saved from Port Harcourt. Hello, Chris. How are you, Chris? Good afternoon, Chris. Hello. Chris, are you there? No.
We lost that call.
Do call back.
Back to me. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
You're going as table toppers, yes.
Yeah, they are going as table toppers. Like you said, Ole has kind of put forward a team, and probably they are trying to understand themselves the more. They didn't start well on the home front, because on the away ground they've been the best. Yes. They won 7 out of 9 matches, you know, on the trot. Yes. So basically they do well outside. But then Anfield is not anywhere you want to go to and get a result. The atmosphere used to be very intimidating. Maybe now without, because without the the fans and that thing, it becomes a little bit
almost a neutral ground.
Less intimidating. So I see them. I see a team that still believe that yes, that United can get a point out of Anfield. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because they are defending champions.
There's another thing you're not pointing out about this Manchester United team.
Yeah.
The gear has suddenly found some level of form again.
Yeah, it also has to be how good a goalkeeper is. Most time also depend on
how good the team are
prepare. How much you don't expose him to too much direct shots, too much direct one-on-one and stuff like that. So if the defense do their job well, first of all, okay, let's go to
Olafin.
Okay, Owo, you would like to be the first to get us. Hello, Owo, how are you?
I must get you because I'm a real supporter of. You
are our number one fan, no doubt about that.
Number one, Ken, you must predict this game, Liverpool and Man U. Because don't be biased, you must. That is number one. Today, Rangers and this thing, you must too. You are a Ranger too, a supporter. So those two matches, I want to hear from you. And about Christian Chuku, the chairman, I really appreciate when the Sheikh do the bad day for him. I really appreciate in that program that day. So to tell the people that the man is still alive, you can't forget that man.
Yeah.
You can't forget that man.
At all.
I'm so appreciate for Channel Television to mention it today. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
God bless you.
All right.
Respond to all, please.
Oh, yes, I was a very, very good Rangers fan. I won't deny that. I supported Rangers then when they have the Emmanuel Okala, Ogidi Babuchi, Stanley Okurunkwo, Chairman Christian Chuku, Aloysius Atuebu, Chimezin Gadi.
Which local club did Aloy Agu play for?
Who?
Aloy Agu.
Aloy.
The former national team goalkeeper.
Did he play for Rangers? I don't know. I think I will try and
we
get
need to
that.
check that because it just popped up in my head.
Yes, Aloy, I will get that. So then Rangers were on fire, and then they were basically two big teams in Nigeria. Then you have Rangers, you have ICC Shooting Stars. You have Best Ogedegbe. Best Ogedegbe was actually he wasn't keeping for Shooting Stars before. He was keeping Water Corporation Ibadan before he went to start keeping for Shooting Stars. So Best Ogedegbe, Shego Degbami was there. So you a slow poison. You do otubusin. You get it. Felix Owolabi, is staring apart. If Shegu is not staying there, Felix is staring at this other side. Okay, let's go to Enugu.
Fidelis.
Hello, Fidelis. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I want to say a happy birthday to my noble elder Christian Chuku on his birthday.
Oh, yeah, 70th birthday. It's not easy.
On the 70th birthday.
Yes,
not an easy one.
It's not Gary.
So I've reached that extent.
Yeah.
Then the match between Liverpool and Man U, I'm giving it to Man U.
Okay.
Yeah, because Man U, they are in good form now. Then,
are you a Man U fan?
The match between Enugu Rangers, all the way for Rangers.
All the way for Rangers.
Fidelis, are you a Manchester United fan?
He's a Enugu Rangers fan.
No, I want to know.
I'm a Man U fan, I'm a Rangers fan.
That's me all I need to know. So I understand that.
Then again, I want to talk about the vaccination issue.
Yeah.
I support the remark of my able man in the studio. They are talking about vaccinating all the players. I think it's a good one.
Okay.
And they should also consider our Nigerian local leagues too, because this COVID, I'm telling you, is real.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Because they say when normally in most countries, they are okay. All right. We want to go on a short break, and when we come back, he was talking about those to be vaccinated. Some give it to the frontline workers, give it to the soldiers, and then give it to others. So we shall look at that maybe the sportsmen in which order that that we are going to place them. Stay with us. It's the Channel Sport on Sunday. Go nowhere. Okay, you welcome back. It is still Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm being joined by the Catalan himself, Theophilus Agbola. Hello, Theo.
Good afternoon, Ken. It's good to be here again.
It's good to be here.
Yes, sir.
And Barcelona are playing
Atletico Bilbao.
Atletico Bilbao in the finals today.
The finals of the Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
Barca last season, if you remember, where did not lift a single trophy.
Okay. Okay, so they went trophyless.
You don't need. I already said it. You don't need to.
No, you don't have to emphasize.
There is a club that did not trophyless.
There's a club that has gone. This is the 4th year, and we're still counting. That's why that's how
you banter each other on this show, eh? Something else entirely. So, Barca playing in the finals of the Copa del Rey. Let's not forget they went through on penalties in their last match. And for the first time since 1998, Barcelona had to resort to penalty shootout to progress to a final. For penalty shootouts for any reason at all. And 4 players that played in the game had not been born, as the last time Barca played in the final. You know, even the player that scored the last spot, talking about Ricky Puig. But they'll be facing Atletico Bilbao in the final. The last time Barca played Atletico Bilbao in the final was when Messi scored that beautiful goal where people came on and said it defied every law of physics and all of that.
The law of gravity.
Beating several players along the line to go on and score that wonderful goal. It's Ronald Koeman's opportunity to win his first trophy as a Barcelona manager, and hopefully for Lionel Messi to add already to the already existing cabinet of plethora of trophies. Still on that, we're still looking at the fact that there's going to be an election sometime around the 24th of this month. Exactly in Barcelona. 3 candidates have finally emerged. Jose Fonte, Juan Laporta, and I think Tony Freixas. Juan Laporta is actually the favorite because out of all the initial votes to basically qualify you to contest for the election, he scored the highest number of votes at that poll. And he is also he's the former president of Barcelona.
The most successful
the most successful president that FC Barcelona has ever had. Because under him, Barca won a lot of trophies, unprecedented amount of trophies, including that sextuplet in 2009, when he hired Pep Guardiola. Now, this vision is that he believes in the La Masia system, basically, because we saw under him a lot of players came up through the academy, all of that. Xavi, Iniesta, and quite a number of them, flourished under his tenure as president. He equally was the one that actually brought out Pep Guardiola to come from the La Masia, from the Barcelona B team, to come and coach the first team. When a lot of the other members of the board were actually voting for Jose Mourinho to take over back then in 2008-2009 season, he voted for Pep Guardiola.
But, so for the benefit of our fans, was he not the one that was still in charge as when Guardiola had issues with the board?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay. He had left as of 2010.
Okay.
And in 2010, I remember that was the season Barca lost to Inter Milan in that semi-final against Jose Mourinho. And by 2011, when the former president, now who is currently Sandro Rosell, who is currently in jail, exactly. It was under Rosell that Pep had the issues that he had, and he had to leave.
I just asked that question for the benefit of our fans.
No, at all. That's Juan Laporta. He has a very good relationship with Messi. But Lionel Messi has come out to say that he is not in support of any of the candidates that are contesting, because a lot of rumors have come out that he currently makes decisions within the club, he's the most powerful man in the club, all of that.
But if Messi has no business in who becomes the president. He's an employee of the club.
He is an employee,
and the earlier he's called to his side, the better. Because I heard that he picks and chooses who he wants to play with and who he doesn't play with.
Well, all of this is what he is trying to dispel.
In every team, when you have players who are that are vital,
exactly,
they tend to influence directly or indirectly.
Yes.
And then in this case now, the Barcelona Real Madrid way of choosing the chairman of the president of the board is through membership.
Exactly.
You understand?
You must be a registered member before you are eligible to vote.
Pay financial members who contribute to the finance of they choose who become their president. It's not like here we say somebody appoint you as chairman and then your allegiance is to the person who appointed you. So like you said, why the issue of Messi being neutral is important here is that most fans might want to vote for whoever the Messi endorses.
Exactly.
So that gives you that advantage or over your fellow contestants. So that is just what he said. That may say, look, for now I am not in supporting anybody you guys support.
It's okay with
it's
him.
okay.
Although there's still talks about the fact that Messi, every candidate has their manifesto and what they intend to implement when they become president. For Juan Laporta, obviously, yes, he intends to work with the La Masia, but he has said that he would do everything humanly possible to make sure that Lionel Messi doesn't leave Barcelona after this season. Let's not forget that Messi had issues with the board last season and wanted to leave before he was forced to stay by the former president, Jose Bartomeu. But Messi, he said he's going to do everything possible because he's the most successful player in the club history, if not of all time. Look, I think we have
Mohammed. Let's go to Jos. Yeah. Hello, Mohammed.
afternoon, Ken.
How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine.
Afternoon.
How you talk?
Fine.
Good afternoon to other gentlemen in the street.
Good afternoon, Mohammed.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I want to start there. I think the start of today is Eyimba and Konopila.
Okay, the star match. I think probably Mohammed.
Not Liverpool.
Go on. Yeah.
Yes. For me, I think it's Eyimba and Konopila.
Okay.
Yes. You can analyze the match between Manchester United and Liverpool. But you forget to mention one thing. Manchester United have not been coming to occasion. And this is the
That who has not been doing that?
Manchester United, they have not been coming to the party at the big stage.
Okay.
If they against RBD, they did not make it. If they against Man City in the Carabao Cup, they did not make it.
Okay.
So I don't think, despite the fact they are informed now, better than Liverpool, but I don't see them taking point against Liverpool. Liverpool will win them today.
Okay. But you know, Plateau, okay.
Yes. It's a kind of walkover. We are going to beach Ireland like 4-0.
Oh, Mohammed, I remember you now. You remember you called out first week that you were saying Plateau United was going to win.
Exactly, I remember.
You remember? We are taking it. Yes. And now you called. You said you were going to win. Okay, what happened? That they beat you. They beat you in Africa. They beat you in Nigeria.
Yes. Let's talk about Africa. We bring something up nine. It's like you know.
Okay, Mohammed. So today you are seeing Plateau United winning, Abi.
Yes. But if you look at how we are playing, if you are following our team, we normally play the game, create chances, but the issue that we are not been scoring.
But you couldn't beat Kano Pillars. I think it was 1-1 or so. You played the draw with Pillars.
Yeah, they are just lucky to get the penalty now.
They were lucky to get the penalty.
I think we are beating them. The issue is that we don't have a good striker now.
All right.
So I'm calling on the management to get another striker because this Sunday it seems like the man has not been coming to.
Okay. I think probably the transfer season is open. It's also open for Nigeria. Our own season is, we can just join any season we want.
That's not nice.
So you can sign. All right, thank you, Mohammed. Mohammed.
And back Kano Pillars. You know, Kano Pillars used to be the top dog in NPFL.
They are still.
But they haven't been able to win the title in recent times. Yeah. There were like 3 years in a row.
Okay, now let's take the NPFL.
Aqua United will be hosting Wiki Tourist. Imba, obviously, the match you just talked about against Kano Pillars. Abia Warriors will be visiting the FC Ifan Yuba, ICB Women's Club. I don't know if he still supports them. Jigawa Golden Stars will be hosting Kwara United. And Lobby Stars will be hosting Dakada FC.
Yes, I support FC Fine, but it's my hometown club.
Okay.
I love to see them do well.
All right. The soccer temple today in Agege, we're seeing NPFL hosting Enugu Rangers. Okay.
Okay. Is there? It's back.
Okay. The Katsina United will be visiting Nasarawa United. Plateau United will be taking Adamawa United.
That's what Mohammed was talking about.
Exactly. Rivers United will play host to Heartland of Owerri, and of course Warri Wolves from Delta State will be taking on.
And there was a stats about Jigawa Golden Stars last week when they went to Abia to beat Abia Warriors away, and they said it is the first time in over 4,600 days. You know that they won. You know an away match. Let's go straight to Benue. Garuba, how are you? Garuba, how are you?
Fine. Good afternoon to
Good afternoon.
House.
Good afternoon, Garuba.
Where are you calling from in Benue?
Makodi.
All right.
Yeah. My own contribution goes this way. I love the way Nigerian Premier League is going now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing kind of unlike before, away win to get a point when they go away. Home team must win. All those things have changed. And that is welcome development. Maybe when COVID-19 is over, I will start going to April Stadium to watch Lobby Stars. Because honestly, there's a time that I went there to watch before COVID-19. What I wanted to expect to watch is not what I see. I see it officiating is kind of so open favorably to the home team with is Lobby Stars. I watched that match. In as much I'm from here, I didn't kind of happy with the way I see the officiating.
Okay.
Honestly, that was back then. But now it's welcome development, and that was my first time of going there. I saw something like that. And secondly, Premier League, I'm a Liverpool fan. But I will never walk alone. But for us. Maybe we may likely get a point. Maybe we can do 0-0, 1-1 or draw, I say. But I'm not seeing Liverpool winning, honestly. It's that situation that we found ourselves now. Let's be honest. That's the fact. I'm a Liverpool fan. I started supporting Liverpool for over 25 years ago.
Wow.
But I know what we are into it now. I believe that if anything happens, maybe it should be a miracle. But the fact is that we know what is going on. Club will make a kind of always he will set, he make his lineup, but we have a serious problem. Finishing from the midfield. You cannot expect someone that is playing a kind of midfield, like Fadiho, defensive midfield, to be playing defense. And we expect us to get results.
He has been doing well at centre back, has he? Has he not?
Yes, I think he has been doing it, but what I'm trying to say, Ken, look at it this way. A midfielder that is kind of defensive midfielder and that he's augmenting the kind of supporting attacking and come back to playing defense. Carry Henderson play defense again. What do you expect the midfield? No matter who will be in the midfield, it will not be as if Fabinho is there.
You want to say something? Yeah.
So definitely there are some kind of issues. And aside from that, if you look at it now, Robinson and Arnold, they will not have that kind of freedom to move because Van Dijk is not there.
No.
That flexibility of Van Dijk is not there. So they find it very difficult to go and attack because they are afraid of their defense. So definitely there's a lot of things that will come out. Definitely I'm giving my... So if God help us, we can have a nice day over there.
Gaba just played into the hands of Ken. If God helps you.
God helping us now.
No, but I love this. I think he's been... how do I say it? It's not passion in this case. He's trying to reason with his head.
In as much as he's been analytical, I think he
understands. This Liverpool team that they lost their two central defenders to long-term injuries.
Exactly.
And the coach had to reshuffle his defense. Then I was telling you something that Alexander Arnold lost form. Those overlapping runs and those pullings he used to make, they're no longer there.
But that is what Mohamed is. Mohamed is saying that now most of the defenders formally when they wing back, when they go forward, they know that it's a Van Dijk or whatever is behind them.
A Manik or a Matip.
They don't have that same confidence.
Apart from that, you actually look at the fact that I believe there are teams in the Premiership now equally understand that, okay, fine, there's a huge threat from down the flanks of Liverpool, Trent and Robertson. So they try to cut them off. Watch, whenever they're coming up against opponents, they always press down to 7 and 11, making sure that those guys do not have the freedom that usually have in previous games to bombard the flanks and stay and pull out crosses.
Look at Alexander Arnold's play. He's been making some errors that has led to goals.
I think those errors are forced errors. That's what happens when you are consistently bombarded down your own flank. Now he's used to having that freedom to bombard the right flank. But when you see attackers coming down and
you want to tell Liverpool fans watching that they've been found out.
If they say they've been found out, they are third on the league. They are third on the league now.
It doesn't matter, they are struggling.
No, they are struggling because normally where they would have picked up points, Liverpool have fumbled this season. But you have to look at the fact that teams have equally stepped up.
They lost just one game last season. I think they
lost last season.
They lost like 3 this season.
They lost 2. They lost 2 matches this season.
You have to look at all of those.
All right, okay.
Okay, 2. And they've done 6.
Hello, Moses. Hello, Moses. How are you?
Hello.
Moses, how are you?
I'm fine.
Where are you calling from in Niger?
I'm calling from Mina, Niger State.
From Mina. All right. Okay. Go on.
Actually, I appreciate all your presentations.
Yeah.
And I commend your effort. The analysis was super.
Thank you.
Of Barcelona. But my question that I want to ask is in respect of Nigeria League.
Yeah.
What are the aspects of Nigeria League that are good?
Okay.
What are the aspects of Nigeria League that are bad?
Okay.
What are the suggestions to rectify those bad aspects of Nigeria League?
Okay.
Because we can't keep on condemning our own state and allow the outsiders to patronize us. That's the first question. The second question is about our Super Eagles. The Super Eagles has not been using home-based players. Why? I mean the coach.
Our coach.
Yes, sir.
Moses.
Yes.
Okay, let me start. Hold on. Let me start from the where you ended. I think there is a cheering news based on the fact at least maybe the minister had said, look, 25% of invitees to the national team has to be inwards. You must force them to do that. In every country, that is why so that you impose taxes if you want to protect your industry. It is done. So in the current list, there are 3 players from under 17, the last under 17 team that were that are part of the list that Raw has just invited. So basically now they are looking inwards in that particular respect.
He doesn't go to home matches. I wonder how he picks those players.
Well, of course, he's supposed to have. Does it even the away matches? Does it go to watch matches all over in Europe?
No,
it's not television. He's watching it.
At least pick one.
Okay, no, that is what we are saying here now.
Pick one. Go to every weekend. He should at least pick one local match and attend and watch it.
Well, are you the one that employed him? Anyway,
that's my case.
Moses, you talk about what are the positive aspects of our league,
of the NPFL.
NPFL, the passion is there. It is still producing the players, the same places where they produce the Okochas, they produce the Rashid Yekinis, they are still there. Just go to any playground, you will see them knocking the ball around. The talent is all there. So we are lucky that we don't need to advertise for people to come and play football. Because in fact, that is what happens in other sports. You need to mass participation, you need to beg them, you need to motivate them. But football, just walk on the street, throw down the ball, and before you know it, you see people running anywhere and they start playing. It is natural to our system. What is wrong with it? What is wrong with it is that ownership has become alien to the people.
Exactly.
That is the thing. We're just talking about
Barcelona
and Real Madrid now. The fans, you have over 100,000 fans are voting, are picking who they are representing. That is for a club. So if the fans of Enugu Rangers will pick the board of Enugu Rangers, they'll be answerable to the fans. If the fans of Shooting Stars pick the board of Shooting Stars are not being appointed by the governor, they are responsible to the fans. I tell you, the fans, if you in Ibadan, in Oyo State, you can have 100,000 fans of Shooting Stars. You can still have even the different going and coming called superstars. If you come to Lagos, you will still have their fans there who were able to pick the board. So if we go back to that particular system, which is basically what the Germans also do, the German system, where the people decide, they decide on who run their clubs for them. In England, money has made the people a bit irrelevant because the league has become so attractive to investors that they bring their money from Russia, from America, from all over the world.
Even at that, they still pay attention to the fans.
I agree with you. All right, okay. We're in Lagos now. Everest, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon,
Everest.
Yeah, I'm calling from Lagos.
All right.
I want to know what is it that has made the Nigeria professional league not to be so passionate about. There's so much fun in Nigeria professional league, unlike before. Like in Enyimba, during the days of Delia Yenogwa, Joseph Stepong, and David Takasi. Those days, people want to come around and at least see what these guys can do. Even though there are 2 goals down, you still see them coming up. You see them equalizing that game. You see
never say die.
Even overtaking.
Yes.
And becoming a champion. But you see, but these days everybody's talking about Arsenal, Liverpool. I'm an Arsenal fan. Yeah. We never say that.
You are a very faithful fan. You are a very faithful sports fan.
We are very patient. We have endurance spirit.
Your pain threshold is so high.
No, I don't know. This passion is not there in Nigeria league. It's not. If some of our guys like to talk about just 4 players in any of the Nigeria professional league, he will tell you Abed, who is watching the Nigeria league. I don't know what is happening.
Yes, Everest. Let us just cut a little bit short. Like we said, first of all, you can't divorce the management of the league, from what is happening. Apart from we're talking about the club level, where people are not answerable to the to the fans. So if there are no fans you want to talk to, I mean, what do you do that? But you can say that in the past three or four seasons, those who run the league, who run football in Nigeria, killed it entirely. They will cut it to a bridge level. They will travel to the World Cup and keep football in Nigeria. So basically, charity begins from abroad. When they were playing World Cup in Russia, the Russian league were on. Our league was even up to the female league. There's everything they killed it. Down, so basically, that is what happens. You don't run away from that. If you don't build your house, you will eventually live as a tenant in somebody else's house. We have refused to build a house. We cut the league to a bridge version. We can declare winners at any point in time. So the league is secondary. The league is supposed to be a cash cow. And that's why it is self-sustaining. It is self-appealing. You don't need advert. It is like bread. It is like salt. You don't advertise. You don't advertise Nigerian league. You don't advertise football because the passion, the inherent passion has been there. They met it. I watch football. When you National Stadium, Bender National versus Shooting Stars, you can't enter. The stadium everywhere is filled. It's Nigerians. Only Stadium is filled. Lagos State League, non-national league. Go and check Levantis United. Go and check Seasiders, MPA. Go and check Ibua. You come to Lagos and it is happening, but they have killed it. Those who run the league have killed it. They have no ideas of where to go to, and that is where we are. We hope the people can get back the league, and then the league can be where it is. You don't need to ask about Nigerian league. It is our league.
I know you're passionate about some of this, but you need to go into
we are going on a very short break.
Just stop.
We are going on a very short break. I will be right back. We'll be right back. All right, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. It's still your show. The beauty about this show is that you are right there. Any part of the world you contribute, and then you push us in the direction that you want us to go, and that is we are answerable to you, and that is what it is all about. So it is what you want, how you want it, and that is why we throw open the lines to feel your pulse. And then you also let us know that, yes, we ought to be going through this way. And then we want to enjoy it. It's a Sunday, so no hard hitting. We want you to be happy afterwards. You know that after watching this show, you become hungry. We want you to have a relief.
A bit of relief for Arsenal fans. I think the transfer saga between Ozil and the club is about ending. I think they found some form of agreement to terminate Ozil's contract early on.
You mean Ozil, the social media influencer?
Can you calm down? Ozil is finally heading to Fenerbahce. I heard he wanted the last part of his contract and the 10 million euros left to be paid over 2 years. Arsenal got angry and said that the 10 million he earned over a period where he wasn't playing, he has to refund it.
It was not his fault.
He was on contract.
No. I'm not blaming Ozil. That he's not playing is no fault of his.
Exactly.
I've blamed Arteta on this show because of Ozil.
Definitely,
Ozil.
yes.
Ozil is the most creative player you have in Arsenal as of today. But things happen. I don't know what happened internally, and they decided to what do you call it?
The board, because it is from Emery to this man.
I don't like calling the board because the manager takes responsibility.
No, the board employs the manager.
Before they employ him, do you know what they are? Do you know what they are going to do?
Come out and tell us that the board said you should not.
He won't do that. I don't think he will do that.
How many times did Wenger tell us that the board said they had no money?
And they intended to sign Luis Suarez of 40 million plus £1.
No, but it triggered his release clause. Actually,
let's go to Italy. Osas is there for us. Hello, Osas. Osas, how are you?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, go on, Osas.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
It's about the Nigerian league. What is wrong with the Nigerian league? Because those days, Nigerian league used to be very, very attractive. People all over the world. If, for example, late 90s, even up to early 2000, talk of better insurance, Iwaya National of Owerri, Rovers of Calabar,
Calabar
Sharks of
Rovers.
Port Harcourt, Battlefield of Kaduna, and many others. I remember those days. People like Osmolia, Peter Hobano, and many others. They play in Nigerian League. Even some of our Super Eagles, those days. Many of them play, people like Billy George, I remember, he used to be a Sharks of Sokoto player those days.
Yeah, Fidel George, yes.
But, I don't know what is wrong. It's very unfortunate that even some of them today, they don't even like playing at home before they travel out. Tell what is wrong? What's the problem?
What is wrong? Osas.
Yes.
Sometimes you say, look in the mirror. And then the man you see in the mirror, ask him. Because basically, you did not start saying the same thing over and over and over again. There is no big deal about how to run football. If something is already, if it's what you want, you understand. When you advertise, you try to buy into the share of a market. But when the market is there, do you see NEP advertising? Before they produce light, everybody has, in fact, we want to share. So basically, football is there. Like I said, Osas, if you come to Nigeria, drop anywhere in the street, just drop football, drop it, and see how many people will get attracted to it at it. It tells you that magnetism is pure, is from the purest of hearts. It is, it is the passion that people have. So why it is difficult for them to put 11 players and knock it together and get a result and get a league. Well, we probably need to do some consultation somewhere. But I don't think this is physical. Thanks, Osas. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll get there.
Can you send it over?
Can we get? Let us see if we can get the results and then the matches that are that is going on today. So that our producer will not just work in vain. Let's see. Yesterday matches.
West Brom and
yes.
Wolves versus West Brom was a cracker.
And Osazo Demige was tweeting, very happy that West Brom was beating Wolves.
It was a cracker. It's not easy to beat this Wolverhampton team.
Yeah,
exactly.
But 2 penalties.
Exactly.
You also came their way.
This Brighton manager, Graham Scott, is doing so
how they
well.
beat Leeds at home yesterday is still baffled me. But then again, you have to look at the fact that Brighton have been on the uprise.
Leeds had about 70% of possession.
Exactly. That's what happens
that
with
Marcelo Bielsa. Sound. But Bielsa is sound too tactical. But Graham Potter has been able to get this team to galvanize them and have them get results here and there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then West Ham defeating Burnley at home by 1-0.
Chelsea is still struggling, even against 10-man Fulham team.
10-man Fulham, yeah. Fulham played box, but I think they played about 45 minutes.
their blushes and got the goal at 69th minute.
The thing for me, I don't know. I love Lampard and his team because
Chelsea fans do not love Lampard and his team.
Their
approach to the game.
His team selection,
I don't know,
seems to be dodgy. He's been able to fix the defense to a certain level, but the attacking play now, you see, there's no cohesion in the final third. Their transmission from defense,
from the midfield down to the attack.
Brendan Rodgers.
Yes.
Is he an underrated? He's an underrated.
He's
coach.
not underrated because he almost won the league with Liverpool.
Exactly.
He missed it by that Gerrard slip. Yeah. He's done well, and he said, let's not forget, he said from Swansea, the Swansea team did so wonderfully well in Swansea,
and then went back to Celtic.
Went to Liverpool. Went to Liverpool from Liverpool to Celtic, and he proved himself in Celtic before. And see what he's done with Leicester City since he took over. The difference has been there. Klopp, well, even when he was the manager of this Celtic team, he turned them into a ball fest. They can't even play. They're a very boring team to watch. Then Brendan Rodgers came, got their striker. What's his name again?
Dembele.
No, the England striker.
That is in Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy, yeah.
okay.
Jamie Vardy that was almost being written up. He got him scoring goals again. He's been able to go with Wilfred Ndidi. Oh, what a rock he is in the center at the center of the park. He's got that team playing some good stuff. And then the top four looking likely to finish in the top four.
Top two now, not top four.
Exactly.
Until Manchester United.
Okay, today Sheffield United taking on Tottenham. What is happening to
Jose Mourinho? Somehow it's been WWW then DL.
9 minute goals. He's had 9 minutes. He's considered 9 minute goals, and he said they need to score more goals.
Okay.
I know Jose Mourinho team. Once he wins, once he's leading 1-0, he locks up. And some teams manage to find the key to the lock
at the last minute.
Yes.
Yeah, so Manchester City.
Okay, we talked about the Liverpool match.
So what do you think will be the score in this game?
Okay, Liverpool have not lost at home for almost 2 years, Ken.
Yeah.
If not more than that. And so you want to look at that record. But then again,
they've dropped points this season.
Yeah, they dropped just two losses and six draws, you know. So I'm looking at a draw most likely. Man U want to do everything to protect their lead at the top. Let's not forget around this time last season, Obum here was one of people calling Man U 6th Avenue, 6th this, 6th that.
Okay.
But some of Manchester United are topping the topping the
table. Okay, Manchester City taking on Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has been a
potential banana peel.
This man, their manager, former England manager,
Roy Hodgson.
That man, the way he sets up his team,
yes.
oh goodness.
And
they're not afraid. When they counter attack you here,
Christian Benteke, who seems to be back and forth,
and
Zaha, and then the Nigerian sensation, Eberechi somehow just doing for
Eberechi has been doing Ronaldo.
They will let you have the ball,
exactly.
But once they pick it from you,
and then they just against the run of play, they just get.
So are you seeing the Crystal Palace?
They've given them Manchester City before.
Yeah. In fact, that season that Pep set that record of it was a last minute penalty miss that enabled that record to stand.
Exactly.
Because Crystal Palace has been one club that he finds difficult, very difficult.
And then
Arsenal, Newcastle.
Finally, Arsenal.
You don't know what you get with Arsenal. The Arsenal that turns up each day is what you take.
Okay, so which one do you think will turn up today?
Tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow.
Okay, it's tomorrow.
As a football analyst, Arsenal should be the favorite going into that match.
Coming to the La Liga, you have Cadiz hosting Levante, Real Valladolid taking on El Che. Sevilla will be traveling to Deportivo Alaves. Getafe will be taking on Huesca. And Real Betis will be playing host to Celta Vigo. Of course, Villarreal will be hosting Granada, Valencia taking on Osasuna. Atletico Madrid, top of the table, will be taking on Eibar. I think that with two matches, they're about almost 7 or 8 points ahead. I think this is the season where Diego Simeone probably goes on to do it again. And then Real Madrid in the final match will be taking on Deportivo Alaves.
You talk about that Barcelona match already?
Yes, Barcelona, Atletico Bilbao. I want to believe that Barca should go on and win this one because I think
this manager in charge.
They should. They play Bilbao this season, and it's a game.
It's not the same manager that took them to the final.
The manager took them to the final, truth be told. And let's not forget they went on to play in the final room without Lionel Messi playing in the semi-final.
They spring off some forms of surprises since this manager took over.
But then again, I think let me revert back to what you said about Arsenal. The Barcelona that turns up on the day, the Barca you will take. They've proven over time that they know how to actually win matches.
On their own.
Exactly.
For
a player that has been playing poorly this season, all of a sudden, Antoine Griezmann has 4 assists in 2 games. You know, and that is 2 goals and 4 assists in 2 games. So I think you have to, and 3 assists, I beg your pardon.
Do you think for Antoine Griezmann that the system hasn't helped him flourish?
It's quite obvious because if you watch Antoine Griezmann play at
Atletico Madrid,
even at the national team, you have this Chelsea striker Olivier Giroud playing in front of him, and he plays just behind the striker.
Yes.
So any loose ball that comes either from the pull out or even from the striker himself, because Giroud is the best at hold up plays, Antoine Griezmann is there to slap it home. But at Barca,
they won't give him that opportunity.
Lionel Messi even plays in the same position. So he finds it very difficult to fit. So playing on the left or on the right.
The god of Barca has been inhibiting.
Let's take a little trip out of football and go to basketball and see what is happening right there in the NBA. Because Brooklyn is trying to replicate something. They are telling you that some 10 years back, I think that was like, if my memory gets me right, that should be July 8, 2010 or so. Yes, that was when, Miami they just shook America. Bim. It was Dwayne Wade who called his journalist friend and said, look, I want you to, have an interview between myself and Chris Bosch. And, you know, they want to announce where we are going to be. You know, they are free agency. Then, and then because there was that speculation that he was going to Chicago.
Yeah.
That, you know, Chicago needs Dwayne Wade. But then when it did happen, they were talking about on the 7th of July, and then, you know, they were just announcing it that, yes, his free agency, he's going to remain. And, you know, Chris Bosch is going to be there. And then somewhere along the line, the big deal on the 8th of July, wow, LeBron James joined them. And it was the big three.
Yeah.
That was in 2010. Yeah. By 2012, 2013, they were winning back-to-back, you know, rings in their, you know, in their fingers. Yeah. So Brooklyn has now come out and said, man, this is our time. And I tell you this, how many, who are they bringing out? Kevin Durant. Irene, and then the hard man.
And
Harden.
the debut.
Yeah, his debut.
He had.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Triple double.
Triple double.
Yeah, 32 points. It has, in franchise history, yes. NBA franchise, it has never
had that kind of debut.
It never have that, you know, that kind of debut from him. And I tell you, this is what they are saying, that probably Lakers watch your back. You know, the Warriors have not been, you know, up to now. Yeah. And then, you know, so that is the man. And then this is the terrible trial.
Like it's basically an all-star combination.
You know, that are ready to rock the NBA. And I tell you, it's going to be excitement when you know, Steph Curry is throwing it there. All right. Kola, how are you? Hello, Kola. Good afternoon.
Okay.
All right, Kola, let's hear you.
Good job. Good job on that studio. Wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I want you to ask that Barcelona, the man in the center of your program, that is trying to judge somewhere that is so from against Barcelona. But all the same thing, I see Liverpool take the game, and I see MSM not allow anybody.
No, I'm not ready. Okay. All right, what do you want to ask him? What do you want to ask him?
About Liverpool.
The coach they employ who cannot get a single player from the home for a whole 5 years.
Okay.
Then I don't think the NFF know what they are doing. The contract the NFF signed with him, I don't know. It's very wrong contract. If we can have a national coach and he cannot get a single player from home team.
Yeah.
Let's say our league are not being functioning for about 7 to 8 months because of the corona. What about the other 4 years? Are you telling us that they cannot? Is it compulsory they show them before he went to the field where they are playing to see how they are doing physically, even though too much is for one in a month? Then he didn't do well. I signed that. He didn't do well. So Liverpool carried the day, and then them also carried the day. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, Kola.
Are you sure you want to call into this show next time?
Kola, don't mind them.
Even the club went on to say, even the weather is better in Merseyside than it is in Manchester. I hope he doesn't get a rude awakening today.
No, but the funniest thing about this Manchester United team, they look probably paper thin on paper that anything can outrun them. Yeah. But I love the way they've gone. See Pogba's goal. Oh, amazing goal.
And then you probably need to look at Bruno Fernandes, who for the first time in Premier League history, a player has gone on to win Player of the Month 4 times in a season. That's never been done. It's never been done before. So I agree with what you're saying.
I think if there's going to be a winner between Manchester United and Liverpool today, it will be Manchester United.
But at the same time, let's not forget, I remember when Arsenal took on Chelsea, and the whole world believed because of Arsenal's previous form that they didn't really stand a chance. And Chelsea have been like a house on fire. Only for United Arsenal to just meet them. And,
this Manchester United, they are playing like they have a point to prove.
Exactly.
Because people have maligned them so much. They are playing to prove a point. That's why that shared determination and willpower.
It is determination and willpower. They should go.
That's why I'm picking Manchester United.
We shouldn't rule out. We shouldn't rule out.
But don't feel too good about yourself. Don't feel too good about yourself.
You shouldn't rule out Liverpool.
This Liverpool team took 5.5 years to build.
Exactly.
This house didn't just start.
Exactly.
The foundation was solid. He weeded out every player he met, got the best in each position, add that to his gang pressing, I tell you, that is why they are not just, they didn't just win the Champions League, they didn't just win the league because they are Liverpool. Exactly. It is one of the best teams in the world. So I think on today's aspect, when you watch that match, if you have livered, stay somewhere and listen to the result, but you are going to get excitement and crackers. And Ken Ochonogo, have a blessed Sunday.